across Australia, more than 3,000 people die as a result of harmful drinking each year. 1 in 5 school students aged between 16 and 17 years is drinking alcohol at harmful levels. And almost 500,000 children live in homes where they are at risk of exposure to binge drinking by at least one adult. The following 3 sporting clubs are doing something to change it. With over 5,000 good sports clubs nationally, we think that's something worth celebrating. With 5 males to each female member, Golden Square Football and Netball Club was seen as a blokey club that drank a lot of beer. Naturally, it was a fairly uninviting place for women and children. But the club decided it was time to change their boozy ways and signed up for the Good Sports program. Since joining, the club hasn't looked back and it's now a welcoming and safe place for all players, families and members. The Good Sports program helped the club to reconsider the role alcohol played within the club, and they now take a very different approach to social functions.
The Good Sports program has assisted us in ensuring that we're protecting and looking after, from a welfare point of view, looking after our members and participants in providing water as another avenue other than alcohol options at the club, and also by ensuring that we can make sure they get home safely after social functions by providing transport and so forth.
Despite some early challenges, the club has experienced an obvious and welcome transformation. The culture has changed from that of a boozy club to one that truly values its players, members and families by offering a safe and supportive environment.
Participating in the Good Sports program has provided us with a better framework and support mechanism to ensure that we've got good behaviours around the place and to make sure that we're all heading in the right direction as a group.
The culture shift within the club since joining the Good Sports program has also led to a significant increase in junior registrations, family memberships and sponsorship. Revenue from memberships has jumped from $3,000 to $30,000 and sponsorship is up by over $50,000, translating to on-field success with the Golden Square winning the last 2 premierships. At the end of the 2005 season, the Maitland Pickers Rugby League club collapsed after the focus became more about drinking alcohol rather than true team spirit and winning games. In 2009, the club reformed and the following year joined the Good Sports program. It was one of the best decisions Maitland has ever made and has helped to seriously improve the overall culture, converting it to a club the local community can be proud of. The first step was to create a code of conduct to ensure all players and members demonstrated appropriate and acceptable behaviour both on and off the field. This helped to create a more family-friendly atmosphere for the club, especially on match days.
We have one of the best canteens in our areas. We now provide a family environment, a courtesy bus to ferry supporters home safely. Our players are educated in safe drinking, and we now look at other ways to raise funds rather than through the sale of alcohol.
Thanks to the Good Sports program, the image of the club has improved, with crowds increasing significantly. Membership has also risen by 25% and the club has seen a 14% jump in sponsorship revenue. The club has been embraced by the community and the extra revenue has helped to recruit quality players.
I would be behind my club implementing the Good Sports program. It really makes you look at safer options than trying to make as much as you can out of alcohol sales. There are so many more avenues to explore.
In the football-crazy town of Clare, South Australia, there are 4 football clubs competing to attract new players and families as well as sponsors. To separate the club from others in the area, North Clare wanted to create a more family-friendly club and break the link between alcohol and football. The Good Sports program inspired North Clare to get creative and the club began making a number of changes to help make this goal a reality. Instead of downing beer straight after games, the club introduced compulsory sports drinks before anyone would be served alcohol. A Good Sports branded water well was installed near the bar to provide members with an alternative to alcohol, and a 3D drink board was displayed behind the bar to help members keep track of how many standard drinks they had consumed. The club also formed a partnership with a local road safety group and erected a car crash display at one of their home games to drive home drink driving messages, especially for younger members.
We saw it as a good program to promote our club and to educate the young ones coming through. So, that's the main reason we took the Good Sports program on.
The Good Sports program has had a positive impact in more ways than one. The club's income has inflated, far exceeding that of previous years. They've also experienced a significant increase in family memberships and record numbers of juniors joining the club, while rival clubs are struggling to fill spots.
As far as its benefit for us, our numbers the last 3 years in our junior side of the club have gone ahead in leaps and bounds, due to families having an option to choose a couple of different clubs around us, choosing to go to us. And so we think that's had a fair bit to do with the way we're promoting the Good Sports program itself.
The club has also enjoyed a range of new partnerships and sponsorships, including a local media outlet and a health-focused sponsor to tie in healthy eating messages. In the last year alone, sponsorship revenue has increased by 15%. As a result, North Clare is influencing other clubs in the area to follow suit and join the Good Sports program.
It's not a hard program to follow by any means, so I would encourage any club, obviously we're in football, but any sporting club or any organisation at all to get involved in this.
The club now has a designated Good Sports ambassador and in 2012 proudly achieved Level 3 accreditation. We would like to thank our national funder for their ongoing support. Congratulations to our 2012 Good Sports Awards finalists.